Welcome to my channel, where your adventure into the future starts right now. Step into a vibrant universe filled with groundbreaking technology, breathtaking alien landscapes, and exhilarating sci-fi narratives that challenge your imagination. From daring explorations of distant galaxies to haunting journeys through dystopian societies, we uncover the most captivating stories and innovative ideas that will shape the world of tomorrow. Subscribe today and join us on an incredible intergalactic voyage that promises to inspire and thrill. The universe stretches out like an infinite tapestry, woven with stars and planets, moons and comets, each holding within it the unique histories of the species that call it home. For millennia, various species in the galaxy had developed deep connections with the creatures that walked, swam, or flew alongside them. On some worlds, bondages formed between sentient species and the animals they tamed. However, none of these bonds could ever compare to the relationship that humans shared with their giant pets. This bond, forged in the crucible of evolution and history, was unlike any other in the galaxy, a connection that resonated with both empathy and strength, a relationship born of shared survival, mutual respect, and an understanding that transcended words. In the vastness of space, humanity had risen from the depths of a small, unremarkable planet, Earth, to become a species unlike any other. Their ingenuity, adaptability, and, above all, their deep, unshakable need for companionship and connection had driven them to the stars. As humans expanded across the galaxy, they encountered countless species, some fierce, some noble, and some incomprehensible in their differences. Yet, despite their vast potential to dominate the cosmos with technology, humans continued to seek something more than power. They sought harmony, understanding, and partnership, especially with the creatures they discovered on the many new worlds they came to inhabit. But it wasn't just any partnership. The creatures that humans bonded with weren't just pets in the traditional sense, they were towering behemoths, formidable and awe-inspiring beings of immense strength. These giant pets were more than just companions. They were protectors, friends, and equals. They were the loyal guardians of humankind's settlements, working together with their human counterparts to build a new civilization, defend against invaders, and explore the far reaches of unknown worlds. The story of the mighty bond between humans and their giant pets began centuries ago, during humanity's earliest forays into space. As humans colonized new planets, they were often faced with environments that were harsh and dangerous. On these foreign worlds, they encountered creatures of unimaginable size and strength, beasts that could easily crush a human settlement with a single step. And yet, rather than seeing these creatures as threats, humans saw potential. It all started with the discovery of an immense creature on a distant, uninhabited planet, an enormous beast, larger than anything humanity had ever seen, with thick, armor-like scales, a body that stretched across miles of land, and a roar that could be heard for miles. At first, the humans thought the creature to be a force of nature, something to be avoided or even feared. Yet, as they studied it, they realized that the creature was not just an animal. It was a being of immense intelligence, one that seemed to have its own sense of curiosity and awareness. Over time, humans learned to communicate with the creature, using technology to interpret its vocalizations and body language. They discovered that it was not aggressive, but rather territorial, seeking companionship rather than confrontation. In what became one of the most profound moments in humanity's history, a human explorer, known for her empathy and understanding of alien life, approached the creature. She reached out with an open hand, slowly gaining its trust. Over time, she developed a bond with the giant, something beyond the usual animal-tamer relationship. It was a true partnership, one based on mutual understanding, shared experiences, and trust. The human explorer named the creature Solus, after the sun, because the bond between them had become the center of her world. Solus was a massive creature, with a body like a mountain, capable of moving effortlessly across terrain that would have swallowed a human in seconds. Despite its overwhelming power, the creature was gentle, its every step measured, as if it was aware of the fragile human beside it. The bond between the two grew stronger every day. The human and Solus learned from each other, adapting their movements, communicating through a combination of gestures, sounds, and energy patterns that transcended words. It wasn't long before the rest of humanity realized that this bond was not a one-time event, it was a natural progression, a part of their evolution. Humans had learned to bond with animals before, but this was something entirely new, a bond with a creature of immeasurable size and strength. As humans continued to colonize new planets, they encountered more of these giant creatures, each unique in its own way. On a planet with a dense, misty atmosphere, they found creatures with vast wingspans that could soar through the thick air, their feathers thick as fur, glistening with the light of distant stars. These creatures were not only immense, but capable of flight, something that was rare and awe-inspiring. They formed a special bond with humans who had grown up on Earth and had always dreamed of the skies. Together, these winged creatures and their human partners soared through the clouds, exploring new heights and pushing the boundaries of what was possible. On another world, humans found giant sea creatures that swam in the depths of massive oceans. These creatures were peaceful, slow-moving giants with translucent skin that shimmered in the deep blue waters. Humans, equipped with advanced diving technology, became the creatures' partners, traveling alongside them through the vast, unknown expanse of underwater landscapes. The bond between humans and these sea giants was one of mutual respect. The humans learned from their giant pets how to navigate the ocean's currents, how to communicate through sonar, and how to survive in the depths where light did not reach. They discovered entire ecosystems that were completely alien to their way of life, and in doing so, they forged a new kind of connection to the galaxy, a connection not just of technology and intellect, but of nature and harmony. But it wasn't just the gentle giants that humans formed bonds with. On many of these new worlds, humanity encountered predators, fierce and deadly creatures that ruled their domains. These beasts were formidable, capable of tearing through metal with their claws or consuming anything that crossed their path. Yet, even in the face of danger, humanity's approach was one of understanding, not aggression. They sought to bond with these creatures not by dominating them, but by forming a symbiotic relationship. Humans realized that they could learn to live alongside these formidable beasts, training them, communicating with them, and forging partnerships based on trust. On one particularly hostile planet, humans encountered a race of giant, insect-like creatures with razor-sharp limbs and an insatiable hunger for anything in their path. These creatures were terrifying, their chitinous bodies moving in coordinated waves of motion as they hunted their prey. But rather than fight these creatures, humanity did what they had always done best: they adapted. Over time, they learned to communicate with the creatures, to understand their patterns, their needs, and their desires. And the giant beasts, once seen as nothing more than predators, became fierce protectors of the human colonies, their massive forms a shield against any threat that dared to approach. The bond between humans and their giant pets had become something more than a mere partnership, it was a shared identity. The giants were no longer just creatures from another world. They had become part of the human family. Each giant, whether it walked on 2 legs or 4, swam in the oceans, or soared through the skies, had become a reflection of humanity itself. These creatures, once feared or misunderstood, had become the protectors, the companions, and the heroes of humanity's new frontier. They fought alongside their human counterparts, defended their homes, and carried them to places that no human could have reached alone. As humans expanded deeper into the galaxy, they encountered more and more species, some of which had their own unique forms of partnership with giant creatures. Yet, the bond between humans and their giant pets remained unparalleled. While other species might have had creatures they worked with, no other species had created such an unbreakable, profound connection with beings so large and powerful. For humans, the bond was not just about physical strength, it was about trust, about understanding, and about the shared experience of working together toward a common goal. And it wasn't just the humans who had changed. The giants, too, had been transformed by their bond with humanity. Over time, they began to adapt to the human way of life, learning from their human companions how to interact with the universe in ways they had never known. They came to understand human emotions, human fears, and human hopes. They learned not just to fight for humans, but to fight with them, to protect them not because of some instinctual drive, but because of the deep, mutual bond they had formed. Over the years, the relationship between humans and their giant pets evolved into something deeply ingrained in human culture. Stories of these creatures, these loyal companions, became part of human folklore. They were depicted in art, celebrated in music, and revered in legend. They were more than just giant animals, they were symbols of everything that made humanity great. Their bond with humanity was a testament to the resilience and adaptability of both species. It was a bond that proved that size, strength, and power alone were not what made a species truly mighty. It was the connections they formed, the partnerships they built, and the shared experiences that transcended even the vastest distances. As humanity continued to push forward into the unknown, their bond with their giant pets would remain a cornerstone of their identity. Together, humans and their mighty companions would explore new worlds, face challenges beyond imagination, and write their own history across the stars. The galaxy would come to know one undeniable truth: there was no force more powerful than the bond between a human and their giant pet, a bond that could not be broken by distance, time, or the cruelty of the universe itself. And so, humanity and their giant pets continued to rise, united in their shared journey through the cosmos, ever stronger, ever more intertwined, as the bond between them solidified into the very foundation of their future. Together, they would face the universe united in power, in heart, and in unbreakable companionship.